Taco Bell just added the cheesy double beef.
Hey, Dick, I want to see some home runs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the third game of day one action here at the 21st Annual Sean Hall Memorial Tournament. Two games in the books, and now we have Caney making their second appearance of the day. They held on to win against Rock Creek 5-4 in the opening game, and then Calera run rules Hugo 8-0 through 5 innings. This is game three. Now batting 0-0, Colton Berlin. And hit by a pitch. And just like that, the Tigers have a base runner on. Coming up to bat next for the Tupelo Tigers, number 7, Ryder Johnson. Class B foes here that just played last week, having another dance. Shows bunt, takes strike. And just like that, 2 called strikes have negated an opportunity here to throw down a successful sac bunt. It's going to have to be on the money. And K time. So the Cougars with the strikeout, 1 down. Now batting number 3 for the Tigers, Tayson Meek. Chops it foul. Deep shot out to left field. Wynn's going to catch it, pushes it up high, and it's a standard flyout. Base run remains at first, and it is 2 down now for the Tigers. Coming up to bat next, number 26, Cash Walford. Fouls it off. 0-1 pitch. Efficient inning so far for the Caney Cougars. Sans the hit by pitch first throw. It has been very effective for the starter. Kept the base runner on high and tied at first. And a swing and a miss. So another favorable pitch count for the Cougars, 0-2. I'd like to thank our coverage sponsor for today's live stream, video highlights, and plays of the game. And it is K-Time. First American Bank and Miller Petroleum servicing Atoka, Caney, and Wapanucka. You're watching PNTV coverage of the 21st Annual Sean Hall Memorial Tournament here at Atoka High School for the Wood Bat Tournament. All right, if anybody's listening in here at the ballpark, we do need a lineup sheet or a roster sheet for the Caney Cougars. You can provide that. We're right behind home plate. Just holler or send it our way. Thank you very much. Bottom of the first, it is a 4-up, 3-down inning for Tupelo. Hit by pitch, strikeout, fly out to left field, and then another strikeout. And in for the strike. This is our second look now at Tupelo. Saw them in the Rattan tournament. Wasn't their best outing. Looking to rebound here in another invitational tournament before we head into districts for classes B and A next weekend. Evens up the pitch count 1-1. And low and outside, ball two. And once again, evens up 2-2 after the strike. Money pitch is hit deep into center. Shallow, I should say, left center. And it is a single for Caney. So both teams in the first inning get a base runner on first. And again, attempts the sac bunt that goes foul. And a pop up bunt goes awry. So both teams struggling to throw down sack bunts to advance the base runner. Tupelo strikes out twice trying to do a bunt. And Caney now pop up infield to the catcher. Don't know if we were out of order on the lineup, but 34 calls off 21, and he'll head to the plate. Watched Caney in the Batiste Classic. They'll be following us next weekend for the Coleman Classic as well. And down low, ball one. And gives him the outside corner, evens up 1-1.
Go Caney! Where's Caney at? Caney texted me. He said that.
Fires back in. Wild throw, E1. Base runner advances to second for the Caney Cougars. 2-2 pitch count will resume. One down. Base runner now in scoring position for the Cougars. And if you've got a bat that can drive in a runner from second, it is definitely number 34 for Caney. Money pitch is outside, full count. Hooks it over to right field. Waves it off. Unable to tag up. Two down for the Cougars. Inside corner. Called ball. 1-0 count. Just a reminder, we are behind schedule due to the lengthy game of Caney's first game, 5-4, 7-inning game, but it did go about 40 minutes late. We got a little bit of the time back in safe on the stolen base during the 8-0 run rule for Calera over Hugo. However, we are behind schedule, and I would anticipate the remainder of tonight's games, namely the 4, 6, 8 games, will be pushed back probably closer to 45 minutes or an hour. I think the only way we can really kind of get back on target is going to be a run rule, maybe two. Teams took in the Wildcats roster took just about 25 minutes to set the field in between games. So base runner walks on the corners for Caney first and third. Catcher has to take off the shin guards and will be coming up to bat for the Cougars. Runner in scoring position, two down. One evens up. So 2-1 on the count after it's called low. That's going to be a problem. Wynn catches it and freeze frames it. Wow. I would have really thought that was going to go over his head. Fly out to center field. Cougar Strand 2, your score through 1. Caney 0, Tupelo 0. Tigers coming up. Top of the second inning. You're watching PNTV. All right, top of the second inning underway. Coming up to bat for the Tigers, number 35, Nate Metcalf. Call is foul, so the count will resume, excuse me, at 1-2. Chopper goes foul, 1-2 count will resume, and this will be his third time coming back up to the plate to bat. All right, third strike, base on ball attempt is successful. So they still first on the wild throw. Coming up to bat next for the Tigers, number 14, Davin Weller. Infield pop up to first base, goes foul, snags it. Now batting for the Tigers, number 6, Brody McCullum. And in high tied for the strike, 2-1 on the count. And back to back evens it up 2-2. Okay, time. 2 down now for the Tigers. Now batting for the Tigers, number 24, Luke Foreman. Ian safe at first. 0-0 pitch count will resume. And the swing and a miss. Oh, 2 pitch count on its way, just off the mark. Fouls it off to stay alive. 1-2 pitch count will resume. All right, back to back calls. 2-2 now evens up. Base runner on first in back to back innings for Tupelo, unable to move or advance. Hot shot up the middle should be a standard 6-3 ground out, and it is. So Caney thwarts another attempt, and we'll head to the bottom of the second inning. Score remains tied 0-0. Cougars coming up to bat. You're watching PNTV coverage of the 21st Annual Sean Hall Memorial Tournament. And off the mark once again, 2-0 is the pitch count. Three zero count now. I apologize for the ambient noise and the background noise. The only way to shut most of them up is tranquilizers or just moving on top of the building, broadcasting off of the power pole. Base runner on first now for the Cougars in back-to-back innings. Both teams have had that luxury. Caney has one up them with two on in the bottom of the first, trying to do that again here in the bottom of the second. Battle of Class B foes here at the Sean Hall Memorial Tournament. And in for the strike, 1-2 on the count. Caney enters the tournament top 10 ranking for OSSAA set. We have them higher than number 9 at PNTV sets. 13-4 on the season. They lost the first game against Tupelo and a single, so back-to-back base runners on now for Caney. They lost the first game against Tupelo 5-2, and then lost to Rattan 16-2, and then to Worcester 12-0. Really, really bad stretch, which led to another loss against Kiowa 7-0. Since then, they have rattled off 11 consecutive victories. And so we will see if that makes much of a difference in their play. Regular season coming to a conclusion next weekend. And then the BA tournaments will be in approximately 2 weeks. In for the strike. Check swing. We'll see the official call here. 1-2, he goes. All right. And the bases loaded walk for the Cougars. So they are threatening first to put a base runner on and score. Gets him high and tight, so it'll be a pop-up foul. Ball came in just about at the letters. Swing ends up putting the bat above his head. Flicks it over to the shortstop. Fielder's choice out, so we'll go 6-5 in reverse. Run scores. And it's a 1-0 lead for Caney, 2 down. Base runners first and second. Over to third base. He'll fire to first. 6-3 fielder's choice throw out. Caney strands 2, scores 1. We'll head at the top of the third inning. You're watching PNTV. Caney 1, Tupelo 0. Top of the third inning now underway. Coming up to bat for the Tigers, number 23, Aiden Walkup. Two one on the pitch count. And the leadoff walk for the Tigers. So 3 consecutive innings. Tupelo's had a base runner on first, unable to convert thus far. Returning back to the plate, 00 Colton Borland. And swinging a miss takes us to 1-2 on the count. Down low evens up the count 2-2. Two count will resume. Base runner goes. And wild throw for the first time in the game. Tupelo with the runner at second. Full count will resume. Fouls it off to stay alive. 3-2 again. Infield pop-up fly is going to go to the catcher if he can snag it. Oh, he misses. And walks him. Two base runners on for Tupelo. Coming up to bat next, number 7, Ryder Johnson. Shows bunt, takes ball, 1-0 count. Head coach Garrett Green will go out to the mound to meet with the pitcher. No outs here in the top of the third inning. Tupelo threatening to respond to Caney's score at the bottom of the second. They got base runners on first and second. To the shortstop. Can't make the throw. Bases loaded for the single. Jason Meek with the single. Now batting number 26, Cash Walford. Big shot. Wynn catches it, though, so it's going to fly out. Tags up. And we have got a tie ball game. Sack RBI 1-1, Tupelo. Runners on the corners for the Tigers, first and third now, two down. Now batting number 35, Nate Metcalf. Rips it up the middle. RBI single. Tigers take the first lead of the game, 2-1. Returning up to the plate, number 14, Davin Weller. One hopper to first, three unassist tag, and that'll do it. We'll head to the bottom of the third inning with the Cougars coming up to bat. You're watching PNTV coverage. Thank you to Miller Petroleum and First American Bank.
This is LeBron swinging. Wait, what is it? That's a piece of wood. Are you actually? That's dope.
All right, I'm doing a broadcast. Mom getting put in cuffs, isn't cool. Apologize for all the noise from the Atoka players. Hopefully they're going to move out of the way and not talk nonstop. All right, bottom of the third, Caney coming back up to bat. And swing and a miss. Inside 1-1. One hops it to the shortstop. Fires, gets the out. Weller with the fire and the throw, one down. It's going to actually be a very effective hit. Infield single trickles down to third base and just stops rolling. So the Cougar is in business here again in the bottom of the third. And low inside corner over the head of the pitcher. 1-1 will resume. One hopper again to Weller. He'll fire and throw. Gets it in the scoop. Nicely done by the first baseman. Two down after back-to-back 6-3 groundouts. Evens up 1-1. Uncontested stolen base for Caney, so in safe at second. Flicks it to first. We'll do the 3-1 fielder's choice tag. Your score through three: Tupelo 2, Caney 1. Heading to the top of the fourth inning with the Tigers coming up to bat. You're watching PNTV. One hopper to the pitcher. Oh, makes it more complicated than necessary, but gets him on the tag out. Now batting number 24, Luke Foreman. Reminder, next game up will feature Durant versus Roth. We are going to be behind schedule, so there is absolutely no way that's going to be a 4 o'clock toss-out. And after the infield fly, 2 down. Now batting number 23, Aiden Walkup. Evens up the pitch count, 1-1. Swing and a miss. And goes foul. Pitch count will resume, 1-2.
Fireman's got nailed. He has a glove on his hand.
And the full count with two down. Drops in for a single out in left field, just down the third base line. Tigers with a base runner on once again. Returning to the plate, 0-0 Colton Borland. Two zero pitch count will resume. Catcher goes to meet with the pitcher on the mound. And hit by pitch. Base runners will advance first and second. Substitution in the batting order now for the Tigers. Coming up to the plate, number 12, Joseph Daniel. And low evens up the count 1-1. Goes foul, 1-2 count.
Batting right now. I didn't even do.
And one hops in the dirt. Both base runners advance. Safe at second and third for Tupelo.
Don't let it bounce off the plate.
Hey, time. Well, the Tigers strand a pair. And he gets out of a jam. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. You're watching PNTV coverage of the 21st Annual Sean Hall Memorial Tournament. 1 pitch count. Cougars with the swing and a miss takes it 0-2. Chops it in for the single. It'll roll out to right field. Perfectly executed. Nothing you can do about that. Splits first and second base. Throws down a bunt. Going to be foul. Good jump for the base runner. Would have been in safe, but definitely out at first unless we had a wild throw. And gets him on the ground out. Sends it to third. Looks him back. Fires to first. Pulls off the bag, but tags him on the arm. So we'll have a 5-3 ground out. Base runner unable to advance from second to third. The infield pop up. And the teams trade stranding base runners. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Correction, top of the fifth inning. Score remains Tupelo 2, Caney 1. And the leadoff single. Tigers once again with the base runner on here in the top of the fifth. Coming up to bat next for Tupelo, number 26, Cash Walford. Swing and a miss. And back to back 0-2 count. Base runner goes, fouls it off. Ball gets away. Base runner will still safe at second. Third strike base on ball attempt, no good. 2-3 toss out. Now batting for Tupelo, number 35, Nate Metcalf.
Oh yeah.
Check swing goes, a wild throw, lets the base runner steal third as well. So back-to-back wild throws, possibly going to be costly here for Caney. Base runner in scoring position for Tupelo once again. Chopper down third base line. Pitcher one hands it, grabs, fires. Just, says he's off the bag in safe. Runners on the corners now for Tupelo. Coming up to bat, number 14, starting shortstop, Davin Weller.
No way you got to Okay, not I think so.
Squares up on the bunt, goes foul. You have to be careful on the bunt like that because you can actually bunt it down first base line Pitcher gets it over to first, and then if your guy on first tries to steal, be tossed out at second as well for the double play. Throws down the bunt, goes home, gets him.
He's trying to think about that bitch for life, man.
1-2 fielder's choice tag. And that's the problem. If you don't bunt it far enough, it's an out and unable to get the run to score.
It's not that serious, man. It's serious. I know that's what I was saying. Because she showed me and I was like, that's where I was wrong. I'm not
Guys, this is broadcasting. You're going to be out there talking about that. Meeting at the mound with Coach Garrett Green for Caney, and the pitcher, second time he's come out through the game. Tupelo had an opportunity for a squeeze or at least put a ball in play deep, sack RBI or just an outright RBI single. We're going to have a pitching change here now in the bottom. So we'll see if they're going to try to conserve arms for later game tomorrow. Right now, the loser of this game falls to the 4 o'clock game tomorrow to await the winner. So not a bad start time for either team. The winner of this game, I believe, moves on to play at 6 p.m., if I remember correctly. It'll put them in the top part of the bracket. The winner will face Calera at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. And then on the other side of the winner's bracket, the Roth Durant winner will meet the winner of Atoka Soper and Amber Pocasset. So to clarify that, Roth Durant winner versus the Atoka Soper winner who plays Ampo, and then that winner would meet potentially Roth or Durant. Those would be the 8 o'clock winners bracket games that it will slot us for the first and third place games on Saturday. What could have been for Tupelo if they hadn't have thrown down the bad bunt. And coming up to the plate next for Tupelo, number 24, Luke Foreman. Outside corner evens up the pitch count 2-2. And two down. So the Cougs down to their final out here in the bottom of the fifth. And gets him swinging down in the dirt. Ball is low. Base runner steals. The run they need across home is now at second.